This is Erin Fisher, Technology Integration Facilitator for the East Bridgewater Public Schools, and this is an overview of Spiral. If you haven't seen this website yet, it is Spiral.ac. It is free. You can log in, create a login. I log in with my Google Plus account, and it takes me right in. In Spiral, you have 4 options. I encourage you to watch the YouTube video on each option. They're very clear and easy to follow, and all 4 do some pretty cool things. Right now, I'm going to show you the clip option because I find it very user-friendly. So what I would do is I would click clip. Now, it does help to have a YouTube video in mind already, and notice it will pull in from Vimeo and TrueTube as well, but we're using YouTube for this. So I might write something like Bill Nye Plate Tectonics. And I'm going to pull it in. And let's say I know which one we're going to use, and I'm going to hit use. Now I want to title this Bill Nye Video. And what you can do is you will watch the video. You always want to preview what you're going to show your students. And wherever you want to add questions, you will pause, and then you can put a question, an open question, a poll question, which you can mark right and wrong, or a discuss topic. So for here, we'll say a poll question. Now, when children answer this, they will see that one is correct. And this will keep playing.
He examined the eastern coast of South Gaia, meeting all.
Okay, and that will keep going till I decide I'm done. Now, when I'm ready, I hit save and exit. Now, here's what's nice about this. If you have pre-planned questions, that's wonderful. If you don't, you can still launch this video inside Spiral with the whole class, and you can ask live questions. And here's how that works. So let's say I decide I want to do this live. I could still go to clip, pull in my video, and then just launch without adding anything. So for this, remember I pulled it in. Let's say I didn't add questions. Now I'm going to launch it. This is how kids join. They will go to gospiral.ac and enter in a code. Now, this is important to note. Each time you do videos, your code is usually the same. So this isn't something I recommend doing as an assessment because the data will always be the same here. So let's say I'm going to go in and I'm going to do this as a student so you can see what it looks like on the student end. Okay, now here I can have a chat going. If I want to pause the students, I can pause so they cannot chat. I can disable this feed. I can hide the names or not hide the names. As a teacher, I could just play this video, and when I want to ask a question, I would keep this paused until I ask. And excuse my spelling error. And then I would unpause, and students can submit. And if kids get booted, they can rejoin via the code. Now it will play, and as it plays, it will go to number 1. And once it hits your first pre-planned question, it will pause. And this will populate on the student devices. And here you will see the answers. Sorry for the delay. I'm joining as a student. So if I answer this question and I hit submit, you'll see this here. If you want to hide names, you can, or you can show names. You do have to have it unpaused for students to answer. If I have it paused, their device gets paused. I hit review. It takes a minute, and then it shows it green. It kind of dances around like a game show. And on the student device, it tells them they're right. I can hide names or show names. That's more for discuss questions. And then I would just hit pause because I don't want the kids writing while the video plays. However, if I want to unpause and ask a question, I can, and students can answer. I recommend pausing so they can answer, but you don't have to have pre-planned questions. You can ask live questions. And this is a really great tool. And then you can disable this if you'd like. Now it's important when you go into your data sheet, every time it's going to pull the data, every time you run this, for always. So if you want to create the assessment, you can always duplicate and then launch it separately with separate classes. Otherwise, it takes your activity and it puts all the data always in the same thing. And you'll notice your class code is always the same for everything you do. So that kind of helps the kids too. And you can create classes and sync it with Google Classroom, which will make it easier for the students, especially when logging in, and it will track their activity for you. So this is a great platform. It does a lot of great things. You can go to look at the other ones here and enjoy it. It's easy. Thanks.